I'm a little antsy tonight. You forgive me.
Yeah.
You know, I get this way, well, I guess I am this way.
Oh, yeah.
You know who I bumped into today? Was a guy who used to terrorize me in grade school, Tommy Calagna.
Tommy?
Yeah. And every day, this kid for 5 years would come up to me and shake me down for my lunch money.
Bastard.
And then finally one day I come to school and I'm trembling because I see him coming and there's no change in my pockets.
Uh-oh.
So he comes up to me and he says, Katz, where's your lunch money? And I said, I don't have any money. And he said, okay.
Wow.
Oh.
What do you think of this, Dad? Is that clear to you? Take like 10 steps back, though, and see if you can...
Ow. Pickups.
Celebrity limo service.
It looks like a semi-professional sign.
Well, I made it myself. Do you like the letters and all the different colors like that?
Yeah, it leaps out at you so it captures your...
cut them out from different magazines, so it looks like a ransom note. That was my concept.
Is it a project you're doing for
Dad, you don't understand. I'm starting a business in this. I'm working through the initial...
I see. And what kind of business, man?
It's a celebrity limo pickup service. It's called Pickups, like hiccups. You need a catchy title for a business. That's the most important thing.
And do you think there's a market for it in this?
Oh, yeah. Celebrities are coming in and out of town all the time, and they need rides, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick them up at the airport, bring them to their press junkets, their hotels, their restaurants. The list goes on. I think I'm onto something. Yeah, really.
I do, too.
I mean, you don't seem excited.
No, this is me excited. Don't you remember? But Ben, unless I'm missing something, you're going to need a car. Am I right?
Got one. Rented one. It's a Monte Carlo. Like the Count.
That's Cristo.
Like the oil?
No, that's Crisco.
Like the Count?
No, that's Carlo.
Like the car?
Well, just very realistically, you're going to have expenses like the car. How are you going to pay for the car?
Credit card.
Whose credit card?
Your credit card.
Didn't we have a talk about that? I gave you my credit card,
right,
in case of an emergency, and this does not constitute an emergency.
Things happen so fast. Yeah. The business needed to be set up so quickly, and the idea came so quickly.
Well, I understand that, but I wish you could reassure me that if you're going to use my card in a situation that's not an emergency, that you'll clear it with me first.
I'm going to use it again today. Dad, I gotta say, I'd love to stay and chat, but I gotta pick up the car right now.
Wait, hold on 1 second. Let me play the devil's advocate here just for 1 minute.
No, Dad, don't. Okay, please. I don't like the devil's advocate thing. You're too good at it.
What about Duck Duck Goose?
Okay, you got a deal.
This is so hard to know, you know?
Sure.
It's like I did this thing in my act about something about Vietnamese people eating dogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this woman comes up to me. She goes, that was really unnecessary. You're pretty funny. You don't have to resort to that. And I go, what? And she goes, well, making fun of other people's cultures, that's pretty low. And and after all, what is the difference between, one culture where they eat a dog or here in the United States where we eat a cow? So I go, I don't know, lady, I guess the difference is that eating a cow is, correct. And eating a dog is completely screwed up. Based on my rule, which is that any animal that can catch a Frisbee is not food. That's how I divide the animal kingdom. Throw him a Frisbee. If it bounces off his head, he's lunch. I know it's not scientific, but it works with most of your better tasting animals. If you throw a Frisbee to a turkey, boom, right off his head. Sorry, don't play sports, I'm a turkey. Well, what are you doing here? Well, I don't know. I just have a lot of white meat and drumsticks. Hint! If you wanted to kill me, I'm not really good at flying away. Hint, hint! I know only one word, gobble. Big hint! I went to the Red Lobster. They just have that look, that any word from the governor look. But I eat them anyway, because all you got to do is have like 4 or 5 drinks, and then you don't really care. You know what I mean? Once you had some drinks, you're just sitting there with that Emperor of Rome attitude now. The waiter's going, can we help you? And you're like, yes, bring me the brown one. He amuses me. The impertinent one on the right. Seize him! Would you like a beverage? Wine! Bring me wine! It's just odd. It's like, why are they the only animals that have to put up with that? Like if you go to a steakhouse, no cow tank. They don't bring a cow over. What do you think of this one, buddy? With a baked potato? I don't think you go wrong with him. Say the word, I got a gun, I'll blast the crap out of him right here. Hey, put your head up. The hell's wrong with you? He's the customer here. And there's the cow. Why don't you have the lobster? He's in a tank. Why don't you mind your own business?
This is awfully nice back here, Ben.
It's roomy, huh?
Oh,
that's why I rented it.
It's heaven.
You got your seatbelt on back there? Huh?
Yep.
Because safety first with pickups.
Nope, I'm strapped in.
Hey, Dad. I see you.
Yep.
Yeah. There you're doing. Just making sure the thing works. All set back there?
I'm fine.
Still see ya.
Hey, Ben, please watch where you're going.
I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the road.
Yeah.
I should really do that.
Okay, hey, you can let me off right here, Ben, because it's just my office is just right around the corner. And I appreciate the lift, and I hope this isn't...
It's no problem. I'm happy to give you a ride. I mean, one, it's my job, and two, it's on my way anyway. To your office. Where I'm going. To do my day's work.
Which is...
I can't keep talking like this, Dad. It's like you had a stroke.
So, Laura.
Yeah?
Look, here's the deal. Ben...
You want me to explain?
No, that's okay. I can handle it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ben has started a little company, and he needs a place to just to take calls for the day.
Yeah. Okay, so you're going to take him out looking for a place?
No, he's actually going to share the office with me just for the day, and then we'll find some other kind of arrangement.
Oh, really?
So I'm going to stay out of your way.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I know this is not the ideal arrangement, but...
honestly, it wasn't ideal to begin with, so...
Yeah. Dad, where do you want me to set up? Why
don't you set up as far away from Laura as you possibly can get and still be in the office?
Okay, so why don't I just move the coat rack and do it right over there?
That's okay with me.
Is that going to be okay with you, Laura? Lolo?
Don't call me that.
What?
Whatever you just said, just don't say it again.
Lolo.
Hey, guys, I want to go...
I said not to say it again.
Laura,
that's what I call you in the office. Hey, Lolo.
I need to know that I can go into my office and work and know that the two of you will behave like young adults.
No, this is not going to be disruptive at all. I mean, I'm here to do my business.
Okay,
and you are too, Laura.
And Ben, what's important most of all is that my business runs smoothly without any interference from you.
Dad, that's your problem. I mean, you got to run your own
your
ship.
problem very quickly, young man.
I don't like that tone of voice with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't get snippy because, this is my first day and I got enough.
Okay, look, I want it to go well for you. I want this to work for you. I just don't want you to make Laura's job impossible.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Okay, everything's going to work out. Laura and I are going to be like office mates. We're going to be office pals. We're going to be office buddies. Isn't that right, Laura? Buddy up.
Okay, kids.
See you at the coffee counter. Wash your mug, because germs.
You seem a little distracted today, Winona.
No, I'm fine. It's just,
Yeah. There's nothing you can't say to me. You understand that.
I know. I just...
Yeah.
Do you have any Kleenex?
Sure, help yourself.
Maybe you should...
No, I'm good, thanks. Oh, right. Oh. Has that been there the whole time we've been talking?
Yeah.
Because I apologize if that's... See, that's why I'm still hungry. No, I know very little about your parents. How did they meet?
My mom and dad?
Yeah.
My mom was wearing a miniskirt, and my dad followed her to a softball game, and they met.
Yeah, where is she from?
She's from Minnesota. She talks like that.
She's got a deviated septum.
And my dad's got a heavy Brooklyn accent. Talks like that.
Good septum.
How you doing over there? No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. I got to get myself orgasmized, huh?
Okay, that's the kind of thing we don't say.
That's an office thing? The office expression?
Okay, I'm done with this conversation.
Well, I was raised in San Francisco, but then we moved to this commune for 4 years with no electricity or running water. Mm-hmm. My parents thought, we're taking them out of the city and we're going to raise them in this utopia, this, nature. They won't have to be afraid of anything. But they didn't know that there was wild boar up there and that it was terrifying. There was no way to turn on a light when you were scared. You had to grope for matches and find a candle or a kerosene lamp.
Groping for matches already doesn't sound safe, even without the kerosene.
Laura, this is a big day for me because this is my grand opening, and I assume I'm going to be getting a lot of calls, for business, because I am open for business. I mean, the point is so that, I was wondering if you could maybe just say pickups when you answer the phone and not play up the whole doctor thing unless it sounds like a really troubled person.
I remember everyone always claiming they saw a UFO. Mm-hmm. I remember one of the older kids saying, if you walk like an alien, they won't abduct you. So when we would have to be out at night, we'd walk like aliens, or how we thought aliens would walk.
How'd you do that walk? That makes sense.
My mom would get us up every morning before school, like 2 hours before we had to leave, and make us meditate.
Yeah.
And then she'd make us do the salutations to the sun, this yoga thing, over and over and over again. And we had to, honor the earth all the time.
But so let me see if I have this right. You'd honor the earth, and then you do a sun salutation?
Yeah.
And is that a conflict of interest? I don't know that much about it.
So, we broke up, and I haven't spoken to her since. Hard to believe that was 18 years ago, huh? I bet you'd be surprised to hear that I'm running my own company now.
Wow, that's really fascinating.
And, there's a lot you don't know about me.
I like that about you. Dr. Katz's office?
Is not.
Is?
No, is not, Laura. I mean, I know you're not. I know I'm not paying your salary, but the least you could do is answer the phone.
What is it?
It's pickups.
No, what do you want?
Oh, I was just checking in. I'm driving and I have a phone.
Okay, well, everything's fine.
You know the problem?
Okay, bye-bye.
Wait, hold up, because I just have a quick... There's a weird smell in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And, I think it's me.
Hey, Richard, have you ever considered marriage? That maybe there's a Mrs. Jeni in your future?
No, I've never really even been drunk enough to get a tattoo.
Right.
I think you just never know what's going to happen in that.
Yeah.
I mean, the proof that nobody knows what's going to happen is that women are now smoking cigars. Who could have ever predicted? Now, I don't personally have anything against it. I think, whenever I'm in an intimate situation with a lovely young lady, I want her to remind me as much of Edward G. Robinson as possible. I want a woman in a nightie and a push-up bra with a big stogie going, all right, here's the way it's going to be, Buster. I don't want any foreplay. I'm a busy girl, see? I don't want to get pregnant, see? So at the end, you get out of there. Beat it. Scram. Brah. I don't know. It's just hard to decide, because when you first fall in love, it's easy, right?
Right.
Because when you're in love, there's nothing like you take some love and some sex and you mix them together. It's almost like a rocket launch. You're taking off your shirt in that boudoir and you can almost hear the NASA guy going T-4, 3, 2. But if 10 years go by and you're not in love now, it's not exactly a rocket. It's more like a crappy commuter flight in a little puddle jumping plane. You're just in the bedroom taking off your shirt hearing this guy. Folks, we're going to get underway here in a sec. We should be hitting the climax right on schedule, just about 4 or 5 minutes maximum. Got a slight tailwind, could get us in just a little bit early. Those of you on the right side of the bed, point of interest, closet doors open, you might want to start picking out your clothing for work in the morning. Please remain in position till we've come to a full and complete stop. People say that marriage should be forever, but, when they made up that rule, forever wasn't that long, I mean, when they made up that rule, there was just a guy going, yeah, I'll get married. Hey, come on, I don't want to be 19 and alone. You never know what's going to happen with a marriage. Sometimes you turn on the TV and there's Willard Scott going, these people have been married for 140 years. Then you flick another channel and there's someone going, a Milwaukee woman has crazy glued her husband's butt cheeks together while he was sleeping. I mean, that really happened,
I read about that.
I always wondered if they stayed together. The couple, I mean. That's, it's got to be weird. The guy wakes up and, he comes down. And it's probably, you can't really accuse the wife right away. You got to go, honey, did you glue my butt cheeks together while I was sleeping? And she's there going, all of a sudden you're Mr. Observant. You didn't notice when I changed the curtains.
What do you want?
I just got to tell you, I got to be totally honest with you. Hydroplaning? Fun. I'll tell you something, I would never do it with a client in the car. Because when the client gets in, that's when I turn on Mr. Business.
Is there something I can do for you?
That's when I turn off Mr. Fun.
I'm hanging up.
My mom was dragging me to church every week.
Yeah.
Not a good one, like St. John the Divine or St. Mary the Immaculate. We used to go to St. Phil the Reliable. He's not a miracle worker, but he's there.
Right.
It was boring, They all priests, they have this, weird... Can you say the word Lord? Try and say that.
Lord.
See, you can't be a priest. You have to have a certain tone of voice, a very clipped, just caught my privates in a car door, borderline Kermit the Frog. Lord! Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Lord, as I must do each week, let me repeat things over and over so as to bore everyone and fill up an hour. Whoa, you're a holy, holy, holy guy, Lord. You are 10 pounds of holy in a 5-pound bag. Lord, you are... And I'd be back there, what are you, Rain Man Padre? Pick it up. Lord... Let us read from the Epistle of the Apostle, Romans 7, Leviticus 3, paragraph 9, section 8, 25 or 64, Chicago 7, St. Louis 2, bottom of the 8th, runners at the corners, Lord! Yeah, it's, I don't know. People always tell me I shouldn't make fun of church and stuff, and I always think well, God knows everything, right?
Yeah.
So God knew I would do this, and he let me. That's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? Because I don't care who your Lord is, even if you're not Catholic. You can't have a Lord going, I was not aware of that. How could that have happened? Here I am, the supreme being, and I don't know what the hell's going on. On any given Sunday, more people watch auto racing than go to Catholic church now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and auto racing is pretty boring, too. I don't know why. I think the only difference is that auto racing, unlike church, has really exciting radio commercials.
Right.
I think if the church had them, they probably would do better than Sunday, attention church fans. At the Church of the Independent Suspension, see Big Daddy Monsignor Murphy take on the devil himself. That's right, the priest from the east versus the thunder from down under. It's all happening at 12 o'clock Mass this Sunday!
Hey, Ben. Ted, let me explain right off, okay?
Yeah.
Airports are very confusing. There's a lot of on-ramps and off-ramps and different places, and driving around here is not what I'm used to, and And I think that was the major problem.
Look, I'm just glad that you're not hurt.
I'm putting up the out of business sign because this is ridiculous.
Well, I'm not mad at you, Ben, if that's any comfort to you. I'm a little disappointed. I think it was a great idea, but you know what? Maybe it's something you can come back to at a different time in your life when you figure out this whole departure arrival thing.
Well, I blame myself. I do. It's not that I blame others. I mean, I failed at this. I gave it
You had one bad experience, and is that any reason to give up on a business?
That is the mark. It's just a bad omen, and I'm not going to start a business based on bad energy. Dad, maybe you just didn't give birth to a business-minded son,
I don't
know. You didn't give me the mind for business.
Just don't give up on yourself so quickly. That's my only concern.
I think I was born to not own a business.
Well, in that case, you're doing great.
I mean, did you ever just get nervous when you're in your line of work? I mean, that you're not doing a good job?
Oh, absolutely. Every day I feel that way. Every day I ask myself, am I a good therapist? And I've learned to stop asking out loud.
And I tried to get into shape, but it just takes too long to work out, I just don't have the time. It's just faster to not walk by a mirror when you're naked. Because as long as you got your clothes on, you can go, I look pretty good.
Right.
Then you see yourself naked in a full-length mirror and go, whoa. If I saw this in a forest, I'd shoot it and run back to the car.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, I just, they get you to join these health clubs because they always have these signs up like, Heather Locklear, half naked. Join up! And I never met a beautiful girl. What I meet is like these naked guys in a locker room. And for some reason, guys in a gym locker room are like casual naked guys. They're, hi, I'm Bob, I'm naked. This is Bill, he's naked. This is Buck naked. Let's stop by the steam room and chat nakedly. So I go, in the steam room and, man, I always sit across from some guy with his knees in different time zones. Chatting like nothing unusual is going, hey, it's hot in here. And I'm like, hey.
At one point, years ago, I was in a group therapy session, and they were going around the circle, and everyone had to tell their problems, and they were telling these terrible, terrible problems of being abused and being this and that, and they got to me. My problems was, well, I'm really successful, and I'm really rich, and I'm really famous, and I don't know how to deal with it. And everyone hated me, and I basically got kicked out of the group.
You're in a tough spot. Who do you trust? Everybody wants something from you. Do you trust me?
Not really, no.
See, I think that has to be a starting point in our relationship. And there's a very simple exercise you can do. I want you to stand up in front of me with your arms out at your sides, and I want you to fold backwards.
What?
Into my arms. In the process, I will earn your trust.
Oh, the trust fall?
I actually learned this game in college. I was in what they used to call encounter groups. And there was a woman in the group who never spoke, and the instructor finally asked her why. And she points to me, and she says, I don't trust him. He says, look, there's an exercise you can do. I want you to stand in front of Jonathan, and I want you to fold backwards into his arms. And in the process, he will earn your trust.
Did you catch her?
Well, actually, about 6 years later, she wheels up to me at a convention. Whoops, you know what the music means. Our time is up.
Okay, bye.